Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303. Introducing one co-host with more nuggets than Chick-fil-A, Nick Morahan. Executive producer until we find someone better, Eric Washington. Nobody really knows what he does around here, Nevada Putnam. And now, the single greatest thing to happen to hosting in history, Jermaine Antonio Colon Mendez. On with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303, episode 263. I'm your host, Jermaine Colon Mendez. This is my co-host, Nicholas Morahan. As always, we have with us the EPE and Nutty Putty. On today's episode, we'll be getting into head review. We'll be doing pop culture pick'em top 5 movies that didn't need a sequel, and classic Jermaine didn't ask this pre-show. What am I doing pre-show? Nevada, do we have a blind 5?
Show enough.
All right, bet. How you doing this evening, Nevada?
I'm doing pretty good. Trying to stay cool. It's gonna get hot as balls here next couple days. Back to you.
On a scale of 100 to 114, where does hot as balls fall in there?
It'll be sticking to your inner thigh.
How you doing this evening, Eric?
Depressed. That's all I gotta say.
Excellent elaboration for those listening. The dead space, music to their ears.
Yeah.
Immaculate.
Professionalism at its finest.
Allows the listener to be their own creative artist. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Fill in the blanks, Eric. I like it. It's like a choose your own why is Eric depressed story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure we'll get into the podcast. It's just been a rough day.
It's because someone stole his favorite dress.
Yeah.
How you doing this evening, Nick?
I'm actually hotter than Nevada because of the humidity. His is just a dry heat.
Oh,
So,
you win. You win.
Yeah, I win.
So on the scale of 100 to 114, what is hot as balls for you?
Well, real field today was 106, and that was pretty awful. That was like walking across the courtyard of my office, and I was already dripping sweat.
Yeah, I was like, that's light weather in Phoenix.
So I already brought this up to Nevada, but I found what my gross old man trait is. That it was just bestowed on me the summer of this year of our Lord, and age 32 for me. It is sweaty knees, not the back of the knee. My front of the knee gets really sweaty. It's not sweat coming down the leg. It's literally my knee just gets really sweaty.
It's so bizarre.
So at a job like I have where you can't wear shorts to work, unless it's dark colored pants, I'm walking in with puddles around my knees.
What is
you may have
wrong with you?
hyperhidrosis, Nick.
What do I have? Paperhidrosis?
Hyperhidrosis.
Hyperhidrosis.
It's
I'm just
excessive
built
sweating
different.
that's not always related to heat or exercise.
What is it?
Excessive sweating that's not always related to heat or exercise.
Oh, it's the Morahan Schwitz.
Yeah.
My father warned me about this. He said right around 32, the Morahan Schwitz happens. His happens on his face. Mine, I guess, just happens on my knees.
Well, that's weird as fuck.
It's really weird.
Let's Nick's time suck parlay is now at 78 minutes. And I have a question for you guys. One is not so serious, and one is also technically not serious, but sports related. So it's a more serious topic, but it's a kid's game. First question: do you guys know what a chainsaw was invented for?
Sawing chains, obviously.
Got to get it done somehow, some way. Eric, don't you dare fucking Google it.
I'm sending a text message.
I
He's
see
so
you.
Googling, dude.
I see you. Google it away.
Yeah.
Why was the chainsaw?
Of all the people here to get the answer right, if I answered it right, you would all be like, you Googled it. I'm sending a text message.
Okay,
right,
so what's your guess?
So what's your Google?
What was chainsaws invented for? I don't know, dentistry.
That's a dumbass guess.
What's your guess, Nick?
I said sawing chains.
So you're sticking with that.
Yeah.
All right. And Nevada, would you like to save the group from themselves?
I feel like the obvious answer is the wrong answer, but I'll go with cutting wood.
It was invented to help with childbirth.
Oh, yeah.
So Eric was the most correct.
Dude, can you imagine?
While
Just like, oh, let's get rid of that cord.
That's straight out of The Simpsons with Dr. Nick.
Yeah.
certainly cringeworthy, the medical chainsaw invented at the time played a life-saving role during childbirth. At a time when there were no safer options in cases of obstructed labor. And long before anyone realized that the same mechanism could be a boon to the timber industry.
That's so funny. Could you imagine there's like a logger and his wife like has an obstructed birth and the doctor comes in and he's like,
So this is a misleading question, right? So the original chainsaws are not the way we understand chainsaws today. They are much more handheld, portable, like knife almost.
Yeah, like turkey carvers, like the turkey carvers.
Right. Actually, here, let me just share my screen. I don't know why I did that the first place.
Nick, you stole my thunder. I was thinking like the Husqvarnas are in there to deliver their kid, and they're like,
"Oh
no.
Jesus, that looks terrifying."
Yeah. So for those of you listeners who are only listening on your podcast platform, right, and not YouTube, if you want to check it out, go to YouTube/podcast Room303. I think if not, just search us. You should be able to find us. But it looks like a hand knife, basically, something that you'd have in your kitchen. Which, first of all, that's the ultimate home defense weapon. Someone comes at you're breaking and entering Nevada, and someone comes at you with that.
That's scary.
I'm running for the hills, bro.
Holy cow!
Definitely not the ones that have eyes, but it goes on. Hold on, there's another photo. So Scottish doctors improved the symphosiotomy.
it caused less trauma. Good.
Less.
By the way, this was late 1700s for those of you that are just listening. But they invented the chainsaw.
That's correct. Also, this looks like anal beads. The second photo.
Maybe it was.
Could be.
Dual use.
Can neither confirm nor deny. Holy shit.
Oh, what was that? To cut cheese blocks.
The
people's throats.
Holy cow, that's crazy.
It's still Geely's. Geely's simple, inexpensive saw proved very effective and is still in use today, notably for amputations and bone cutting operations. Jesus Christ.
That's so crazy to hear out loud. Good thing you're under if you ever had to go through that.
I was gonna say now that I saw that, when me and my brother got our wisdom teeth out in senior, I was a senior in high school. He went in first, like 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. And then I go in and I have to walk past his like operating table and he's just knocked out, but there's just like blood everywhere. And they're yanking on the back of his jaw with something like that. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's definitely not what you want to see.
That's so funny. That's a bad look.
Oh man. So the Bernard Hines chainsaw, known as the osteotome, used a hand crank, but was still difficult to use. Well, yeah, you have a fucking hand crank. What you expect? Hine was one of the only surgeons who ever mastered using it. What a sycophant, bro. Andreas Style, or is that Steel? How do you say Stihl?
Steel. Like they make the chainsaws. Steel
like
chainsaws.
The chainsaws. Yeah.
Holy the name looks familiar, but it's called Steel.
Yeah, Stihl is pronounced steel.
Okay. So he invented.
Yeah, dude. See, in 1905, San Francisco-based logger Samuel J. Benz applied for a patent for his endless chainsaw, which he said was based on Hines' original osteotome. He saw it in the operator. Was like, you know what?
We need to make this bitch never run out of batteries and bigger.
And
Bigger. Must be a Texan. Dang. Look how sharp that dude, the evolution, like just walking through those photos and ending up here is absolutely
Like a really sexy chainsaw that you could own.
This is like
Get that baby out of her. Bring in the steel chainsaw.
Now we use chainsaws for Mother Earth instead of other mothers.
Ah.
It's a natural progression.
Ooh, they have a little Now That's Interesting blog. It's hard to discuss the history of chainsaws without mentioning the iconic 1974 movie, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Coincidentally, the director, Tobe Hooper, has claimed that the movie is based on some real-life events, namely the murders of serial killer Ed Gein. However, those events have nothing to do with Texas chainsaws or massacres.
Cool.
Thanks, HowStuffWorks.com.
Cool.
You're the best.
On with the show.
All right, second question. I learned that and I was just like, that's absolutely bonkers. And I was like, I wonder if any of you boys knew that. So the second question is, how much of the running back market can be blamed on the New England Patriots?
Like old New England Patriots or current New England Patriots?
No, I mean they just paid Ramondre Stevenson. That's the first. Ramondre Stevenson is the highest paid running back in New England Patriots history, right? And we just witnessed them be the greatest dynasty ever, as they dominated for 2 decades, won 6 titles, lost 3 Super Bowls? That's
3, I think. Yeah.
3. So, how much of it can be blamed on that? Who's the best running back to win a Super Bowl with them?
Oh, Jesus. Willis McGahee.
LeGarrette Blount.
LeGarrette Blount's a good answer. It's a fine answer. Deuce Staley?
Did Deuce win with him?
I don't know.
Well, he did.
He didn't win with him, right? Okay. That's what I was trying to.
If he did, certainly not as a starter.
James White?
James White could be in there.
Isn't James White a Super Bowl MVP?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Danny Woodhead?
Danny Woodhead, pride of Shadron, Nebraska.
Does Shadron have pride?
I'm thinking Danny Woodhead. Yeah.
It's a very, very small town.
Kevin Folk or like Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon was the name I was thinking.
Yeah, Corey Dillon's a good one.
But did he win a Super Bowl with them?
Good question.
Now we got to figure that out.
He was there from 04 to 06.
Dude, that's a perfect window to not win a Super Bowl.
Let's see. They won. Let's see. They won in 2001, won in 2003, won in 2004.
Okay, so he won.
Yeah, he won Super Bowl 39 with them.
Didn't win again until 14.
So
then won in 16.
Corey Dillon is a good answer.
This is a pretty pathetic list of running backs. So
That's what we're saying.
The all-time list ranked on ranker.com, which people vote for. Kevin Folk, number 1. Corey Dillon, number 2. James White, number 3. Curtis Martin, I forgot he played for them. LeGarrette Blount, Sam Bam Cunningham.
That's a great, first of all-time great running back.
Ramondre Stevenson, Deion Lewis, Antoine Smith, Damian Harris,
Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis,
Brandon Bolden, Craig James.
All 3 of them.
Ben Jarvis is 16.
Lawrence Maroney,
Shane Vereen, Sonny Michel.
Kevin Folk is a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Cordero Patterson.
Kevin Folk is a 3-time Super Bowl champion. Yeah.
Damn, that's a pretty shitty list of running backs.
So that was what brought me to this realization when I found out that Ramondre Stevenson was the highest paid running back in New England Patriots history, which I think he got like $36 million over 4 with 17 guaranteed or something like that.
I think that's more just a product of Bill not being there.
4-year, 36, 17 guaranteed.
Steel trap, bro. Yeah, so are they part of the reasons why franchises devalue the running back position?
I don't think so. I have a hard time giving a lot of credit to the Patriots for being cutting edge just because they did stuff so weird because they had a great coach QB combo. I mean, they did everything. I hate saying cutting edge, but they did stuff very differently a few years ahead of everybody else. It hasn't really been duplicated, and nobody can really follow their footsteps. I suppose the Chiefs are the closest ones, but I don't think they were. People tried to copy them, but obviously never could.
I think it was Todd Gurley.
Just one man,
I think
single-handedly.
Yeah, after his contract, people were like, "Well, hold up."
Or Le'Veon Bell.
And then it started happening more frequently, and then we got to the Bell Zeke era where they got paid out, and then after that, it's just really died down. Like CMC should be getting paid 3 years, $100 million, like for what he does on the football field, but that'll never happen.
Man, to have a guy like CMC on your team,
That'd be pretty. It is pretty nice.
it would be pretty dope.
If his ankle didn't give out when he gets on your team, his ankle gives out. If your team is not competing for the playoff spot, all of a sudden his ankle starts to hurt.
Damn, Todd Gurley made $49 million in 2020.
Damn.
I mean, yeah, you look at Todd Gurley.
Oh, hold on, that's wrong.
And then Le'Veon Bell's, Le'Veon Bell's was what, 4 years, $52 million.
I lied. That's incorrect.
What did Gurley make?
So I looked at cash cumulative.
Oh.
Yeah, Todd Gurley made $49 million in his career.
Yeah,
which
fire.
Is still a lot
which
of
is
money,
fire. Which is fire. By the way, we're not saying poor Todd Gurley, but he made $21,950,000 in 2018. Then was cut and made $5 million. Well, actually, no, he made $5 million in 2019, so he's probably cut. And then in 20 million, he made 10 million total.
There are
crazy
11 NBA players currently, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 NBA players currently making more in one season than Todd Gurley made in his entire career.
The NBA is
the
stupid.
NBA contracts are out of control. It's only 15 men roster.
Yeah, that's one thing that I always forget to think of when you're like talking about NBA contracts. It's like, dude, like you got wide receivers getting paid, but they only have to field 15 dudes. So
what did I said 11, right? Players. In next year, there's going to be 17 players, and then the following year, there's going to be 25 players that make more than $49 million a year. That's
already signed contracts.
Already signed contracts.
Oh, so they're not even projecting you money.
Yeah.
Because Jason Tatum, congratulations to that man. He's the first $300 million athlete in the NBA. 5 years, $314 million.
He's gonna make $62 million.
It's so stupid the amount of money Jason Tatum's gonna make.
Dude.
And he didn't even win an NBA Finals MVP. What a bum.
He's made an All-Pro, right? But that's about it. And obviously,
he's made all NBA teams for sure.
All NBA, sorry.
I knew what you meant. And then obviously the All-Stars, and he's finished top 5 in MVP voting like twice, I believe. But he's probably never going to win it with some of these motherfuckers running around.
He's been on three all NBA first teams. He's made 120 so far at the age of 25, 120 million. By the end of this contract, he'll be 31 and he'll have made $469 million in his career.
That's absolutely
at 31. Crazy. So he's going to get paid again.
He's going to get paid 2 more times, bro.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's crazy. Nevada, what were you saying?
I saw a stat that the top 5 for next year, top 5 salaried NHL players will make less than Jason Tatum will make in 1 year.
No.
They're
top
not-
5.
They come out to like 61.6, and he's at 62.
Yeah, dude. I mean, think about it. Like a good NHL player gets paid $12 million a year, and 5 years ago, people were balking at that number.
Like it was a lot.
Paying somebody $12 million a year? Why, I never. The star players will only get 8. Like I remember, was it Nevada? Who was the first goalie to make like 10? People were like, "Hockey's going to hell in a handbasket. Goalie's making $10 million."
I don't know the first, but I think the biggest one was Bob's.
Yeah, making
This was
$10
like
million a year, and they were like, "This is outrageous."
Yeah, he was like a 6x10 guy or something like that.
Yeah.
The NHL is about 4 decades behind everyone else. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And
still
NHL
got people yelling, "Get off my lawn!" in the NHL
Dude, and
community.
NHL players right now are considered soft by a lot of like the 80s and 90s NHLers because they're like, "Oh, you guys just have all the money."
I mean, I don't blame them. Some of that old hockey was
Yeah, you
stop.
could hit people back then with anything. You could chicken wing them back
Bro,
then.
I think I saw a choke slam one time, dude.
I think Scott Stevens went through a guy once.
So I'm just because of this conversation, I pulled it up here, and I really want you guys to guess this because I can't believe he's number 1. What do you think? Who do you think is the highest paid athlete in all sports all around the world? And what do you think it is for 1 year US dollars? Who do you think it is, and what do you think it is?
Ronaldo.
I knew that was going to be the first one. He is number 2, but he's not number 1, and it's not the other person you're thinking.
Tiger Woods.
No, he's not. He's not. I think he's. This is from their contract. Money alone from their contract.
Oh,
no
just
sponsors,
winnings,
just their
yeah. Golf is not going to be there.
Yeah.
Just from their contract, it's got to be a race car driver, I think.
Nope.
No, it's not. Race cars only get like 45. Is it
The
like
top 3
Tyson?
are all soccer players.
Is it? Oh,
I'll give you that.
Is it-
Mbappe then.
Nope.
Is it a current player?
Yeah.
So this is an active list. It's not like
No. This is active right now. Yeah.
oh,
I thought it was Messi for a while.
Messi's
His
number
could be
3.
endorsements.
Messi's number 3 for his average annual salary, which these numbers are bananas.
Hope Solo for selling those butthole pictures.
is it shout out Hope? Is it Erling Haaland?
Nope.
Damn.
Phil
Jack
Foden?
Grealish.
No. So
Harry-
Freddie, you do.
no.
Oh, it's somebody playing in fucking Saudi.
Somebody is playing this out.
Oh, I forgot Saudi came in and started handing out.
Is it friggin' Karim Benzema?
Kareem Benzema. I'll just tell you. So it started $223 million, 651,304.
You fucking blackmailing son of a bitch.
His total contract for 2 years was $447 million.
Yeah, I'd leave too.
Yeah. Where do you want me to play, Mr. Saudi?
You want me to dance like this?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, we've been derailed enough, boys. Eric, take us into PCP.
Can I say
Well,
something
actually,
shocking right before we go?
Sure. Take us
LeBron
into
James,
that.
at the age of 41, will have made $580 million in his career.
Just from NBA earnings.
Just from NBA earnings.
Oh, wow.
Jason Tatum, 10 years younger, will have made, what did I say, 60 million less or 100 million less.
Because he made 460.
By 31, Jason Tatum will have made $490 million.
Wow.
LeBron's entire career earnings are probably be somewhere in the realm of 600
We're
million.
going to have a lot of billionaire basketball players.
It's obviously not. It's not going to be.
It's not
It's not gonna
impressive
be
anymore.
Yeah.
It's going to be like LeBron and Jordan, and everyone else is going to scoff at the other one. It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, you ain't shit, dog. At least LeBron really was fucking fantastic for a very long time. Like, he earned the $1 billion. Jason Tatum should not be $500 million. Jason Tatum should not be anywhere near $500 million. No disrespect to that man.
It's the old BJ Upton in baseball contract. I think BJ Upton has made $250 million in his career. I don't think his career average was above 250. Let me make sure this is right.
Eric, take us to that. Or say what you were going to say, and then take us to that.
Oh, so the funny part is I tried to do the math on what it was per game per minute. So he makes $7.5 million per game, but because he missed a lot of time, he actually made $104,000 per minute with all the minutes that he was actually off.
Oh, get fucked, dude.
Oh boy, that's enough of me being sad. Let's go ahead and get into head-to-head, Eric.
Pop this up here.
While Nick looks up that wild BJ Upton stat he threw out without fact checking.
All right, so I'm gonna make this super easy for our listeners. Our combined overall record last week was 0-12.
Woo!
So
Hell yeah.
if you guys were listening to the podcast model, you'd all be filthy rich. Let's just get into it. So Jermaine's 18-63, down 18.33 units. Nick is sorry, give me 1 second because he's already taken some L's. So he was 8
He's already got
72.
3 L's.
Yeah, I'm already 0-3 this week.
He's already 0-3. He's 872-1, down 38.87 units.
So ice cold this year.
Nevada 26-55, down 13.96 units, and then I'm already 0-2 this week. So I was 22-59, up 4.49 units. These updated numbers, me and Nick have already missed 5 bets this week.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking dying right now.
Dude, first parlay. Braves to win, check. Twins to win, check. Randall Gritchett to get a hit. He didn't play. Fantastic. Ryan Fittner has not gone more than 6 innings this year. He pitched 7 1/3. Fuck you. Right? So I was like, okay, cool. I've been watching a lot of the tour. It's going to be a flat stage. The sprinter to win, the guy that's winning the sprinter is a guy from Eritrea, Biniam Gramai. He's going to win. Biniam Gramai gave up. Sprint to the finish. Biniam Gramai said, I'm okay with second. He took second, right? 4 seconds.
So he was racing another dude and just stopped racing him?
Yeah. He was just like, I guess it's.
I wish I could.
Dude, I was watching the highlights. And I legitimately went. Like, it's like he's racing, and then he's like, okay. And he just, like, stands up in the bike. He's like, guess I'll finish. I was like, you mother. And then, of course, France, Spain 0-0 at halftime. That was done in the 9th minute. So,
who knew that Biniam Gramai was a 303 faithful?
Dude, I mean,
he said Nick has money on me. Hold up.
I mean, dude, like, listen, great. First cyclist from Eritrea ever to win. I think first African cyclist ever to win a stage of the Tour de France. He's won 2 of them. He's leading the sprinter stage, he's leading the sprinter classification, which is called the green jersey now. But come on,
they changed the color of it?
No, it's always been green.
What did they call it before?
They didn't call it. It's always been the green jersey. It's just the sprinter classification.
What's polka dots?
King of the Mountain.
That's why the polka dots is always my favorite. Because
the polka dots is the one to win, dude. If you're gonna win one, it's gonna be
the mountains is crazy.
The mountains are what win Tour de France. If you can flat is fine and flat is good, but if you climb the Pyrenees, you win the Tour de France.
Basically, that's what they say.
Yeah. So four jerseys in the Tour de France. The famous one, the yellow. You have the green, which I talked about. That's the sprinter. The polka dot, which is King of the Mountain, the best climber. And the way they get these jerseys is they earn points in certain, at least the sprinter and the King of the Mountain. There are certain sections of the race where they have to finish first to get the most points from that stage or from that section. Then they have the white jersey, which is the best young rider. And I believe you have to be below a certain age to get that. But it's basically the Tour de France for young riders. And you have teams specifically built to win one classification. So you've specifically built mountain teams and specifically built sprint teams who don't give a fuck about the yellow jersey. They just want to win their classification.
You have to be under 26 to get the white jersey.
Under 26, yeah. Also under 26, a guy that you guys should pay attention to right now, 4th place in the Tour de France, an American named Matteo Jorgensen.
That's not American.
But he's American.
I mean, he claims the flag, but what is he really?
Hey,
Turkish?
Matteo Jorgensen, man.
What is?
I ride the Tour de France, man.
He's Mexican.
I don't know, dude. He's American.
Mexican German is what it sounds like.
Hey,
It sounds
Hey,
like
I'm
he's
over here in
stealing my
France.
car right now.
I'm over
dude.
here in France, man.
Sounds like he's stealing my car right now, dude. Jesus Christ.
Hey, it's me, Matteo Jorgensen, man.
He's good friends with Cheech and Chong. Oh boy, that's something else. Eric, did you get where he's from or not?
I'm looking it up right now. He's from
So there's
Walnut Creek, California, but he grew up in Boise, Idaho. It doesn't say anything about his ancestry, though.
Oh, wow.
There you go, dude.
Boise, Idaho, and California. That's
yeah.
that's
about
pretty fucking American.
Get, dude.
How do you go silver away? New favorite rider, dude. Let's
Dude,
rock.
he's good. He's young. He's a great young rider.
I'll
Man,
give you $5
that's-
if you can guess his nickname.
The Iron Penis.
No, no, it's Potato.
Oh, from
I swear to God.
from Boise.
Yeah, Potato Jorgensen.
Eric, nobody thought you made up
Potato Jorgensen, dude. That's a
Like-
dope name. I'm no longer calling him Mateo. Mateo the Potato, dude.
Yeah.
That's actually a fire nickname.
It's a great nickname. But Eric was like, I swear to God, I was like, we believe you, dog. Like-
Would you look that up, Eric?
I wikied him.
Yo, speaking of Americans, right now there's some pretty good tennis pros coming up. I need to pull up the unfortunately, yeah, so Paul, his name is T. Paul. He lost to Carlos Alcaraz in four sets. He won the first one, lost the next one. Tommy Paul. He's ranked 12th in the world right now.
Yeah.
And we have Francis Tiafoe, who is ranked 29th. He took Skinner, the number one in the world, to Sinner. He took Sinner, the number one in the world, to a 5-set match. He had him down in the fourth set to win, and the number one came back, won the fourth set, and Francis was defeated in the fifth set. Like you know how he was like, he kind of like checked out, didn't really show up. And then we have Taylor Fritz. Taylor Fritz is number 13 in the world, and he beat Zverev to advance. So right now, where are we at?
Damn.
So the world number one just lost to Medvedev. Paul just lost. Our boy Tommy Paul lost to Alcaraz, and then we're still waiting on a couple more semifinals to come, quarterfinals. We have Fritz versus Musetti, another Italian, and then you have Novak versus Minor, an Australian. And that'll set up the winners of those two will set up our next semifinals. So we may have Taylor Fritz taking on Novak in a semi.
Wait, what's Novak's ranking?
Number 2,
Who's number one?
Sinner.
The
Danish kid, right?
No.
Dutch?
Oh, that's fun.
Netherlands?
Can you guys guess what nationality he is? Every one you've just said is incorrect, so you don't have to say those again.
Is he
Czech.
Danish?
Italian.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
Italian.
shit.
I've been texting a friend. I'm just like, dude, the world number one is Italian? I was like, Italians suck at tennis. And then he lost today to Medvedev, and I was like, told you Italians suck at tennis, dude. Took my victory lap early in the quarters. You know,
Hell yeah.
suck it. I was shocked that he was Italian. I was like, what are we doing? We can't have an Italian number one. Novak, come back, baby. But Novak's still a dog.
He'll probably win Wimbledon and be number one again.
Yeah. Alcaraz is the next like Spanish great.
Nothing good comes out of Spain.
Rafael Nadal.
Yay.
I know. All right. I'm a Novak guy, so I'm not really like gonna sit here and fight, but all right. Let's get into pop culture pick'em.
All right, so Pop Culture Pick'em this week is going to be top 5 movies that did not need a sequel. The order is Nevada, Jermaine, Nick, myself. Nevada, go ahead and kick us off, brother.
Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yep. Yeah, I knew that was. I knew I had to get a pick before Nevada to steal it, or he was going to steal it from me.
Yeah, that was.
I don't think you got to put all that. You could just put 2, so you don't.
Dumb and Dumber.
Is that what it was called?
I think so.
No, I thought.
Well,
There is 2
I'm-
sequels.
yeah, I'm going with the original cast. So Dumb and Dumber 2 TO. Because the other one was just pathetic. If you're gonna have a sequel, you got to at least have the same actors.
My first pick, I'm going Shrek 5.
There's 5 Shreks.
The Shrek 5 comes out in 2026.
Oh.
Jesus.
They just announced it today, which is why I came up with this topic.
That's so bad. I'm going Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's on my list.
God, I hate that movie.
I fucking hate that movie.
So much, dude. Ruining an iconic franchise. That's gonna be, by the way, that's gonna be the theme of all my movies. You ruined an iconic franchise.
I went to watch that film with my pops. It was just me and him. I walked out of it and I was just like, I turned to him and I was like, that was arguably the worst movie I've ever seen. And I hadn't seen the other Indiana Jones yet.
Did that make the other Indiana Jones just that much better for you?
Dude, I was like, oh, I fucking get it. Because he took me home and put on the first
That's how you know your pops was angry. He's like, no, you're gonna watch these.
Not my Indy.
He didn't claim that shit at all. All right, Eric, take us away.
Jermaine knows my stance on this. Blade Runner 2049.
It's not that bad of a movie.
It's not good.
It's not that bad of a movie.
It's arguably, it's the worst movie ever made.
Yes.
Arguably.
Yes, arguably. I will give you the meaning of the English language, arguably, as in you can't argue it.
It's anticlimactic as fuck.
That doesn't make it the worst movie ever.
It belongs on this list. If Eric didn't pick it, I was picking it. It absolutely belongs on this list.
Have some class, learn some art. Eric, make your second pick.
And then
it was pretty to look at. Fucking awful. It was pretty awful though.
It was the worst movie ever made. And then to keep in fashion with Jermaine here, I'm gonna go with another movie that isn't quite out yet, but I know it's gonna be fucking rough.
I knew you were gonna pick it, dude.
Gladiator 2.
Yes, sir.
Why the fuck are they making this movie?
Yeah, don't need it. Great, one of the greatest movies of all time. Definitely in my top 5. Don't need it.
It has Denzel in it, and for me to say that is, I can't, man. I can't.
It has Denzel. It's gonna be awful.
I can't fucking do it, bro. Why, dude? It was the perfect ending to. Next, go ahead.
I'll do Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End Plus. Stop after 2. After 2, you had 2 of the greatest movies.
Dude, the third one was good. They had a fire trilogy. After that, though, I'll give you
At World's End.
At World's End. I'll acquiesce to Jermaine. I'll say Pirates of the Caribbean 4 plus did not need to be made.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great choice. But I was like, the 3 was pretty good.
You could wrap up the trilogy fine.
100%. 3 was good. Also, what happened to 3 is they made more after 3, and it made 3 worse. Because they undid shit that 3 did. And I'm like, right. What are we doing? Yeah. what was the point of that movie?
3 is the one where he dies and is in he's in purgatory? Or is that 2?
I think it's
maybe that's 3. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I like my choice more now. All right.
At World's End was 3. I think that's so yes. I think that's the one with the whirlpool battle.
Yeah.
That battle scene was fucking tight.
Okay, I'll give it to you. But 4 plus is 4 and 5 are a dog shit.
For sure. And yes, I agree with you on those. Yes. All right. So my pick, oh man, I'm going Space Jam 2.
Oh, God dang it. Didn't need to be made. Awful. It was not good. I love how Eric knew it was called A New Legacy. Oh, you must have had that on your list.
It was on my list.
it was on my list too. Don't worry, Eric.
It was getting got. Somebody was picking that bitch.
All right, back to back here. I'm gonna go. First one's gonna be Speed 2.
Cruise Control.
Shit, that was on my list. I was like, you can't recast Keanu, bro.
No, you can't. What? There's a bomb on a boat.
Sandy
Or
B
blow up.
can't
Nobody
save
can
the
die.
movie, bro.
Yeah.
What was that, Eric?
It's in the middle of the ocean. Those people are a lost cause. End of movie.
Like everybody on a cruise. I agree with Eric.
Collateral damage.
Hey, sucks to suck, dude.
Next one is going to be Son of the Mask.
Holy shit! Is that a
Oh,
midget playing
dude.
NBA?
That's a great one.
That dude looks like he's built like a midget, but he's actually tall.
Son of the Mask was god awful.
Awful.
Well,
So
again,
was the Mask though.
you can't recast Jim Carrey in that movie.
I
And
wouldn't
it
say
was-
the mask was
hold on.
awful.
What was
Hold
his
on.
name? The guy from Malibu's Most Wanted is when they
Trey
recast-
Kennedy.
Trey Kennedy?
It is Kennedy. I don't think it's Trey.
Jamie Kennedy.
Jamie
Kennedy.
Yeah. Jermaine, you're up.
Oh, I thought you were still making a point about something with Jim Carrey, but
The Mask was
anyways,
not awful, Eric, by the way.
I'm going
Such a bad take.
Boondock Saints 2.
Never saw it.
Okay.
Well, you saved
Yep.
yourself a fucking 2
Never
hours.
saw it. Saw the first one, said great movie. So I'm coming out with the second one, said not gonna see it.
Not for me, dog.
Not for me.
Dude, I love the first one so much, and I watched the second one and fell out of love with the first one. It was so
Oh, no.
bad, dude.
Why don't you make like a tree and get the fuck out of here? I'm gonna go my third pick. I'm going all the diehards after 2. So you can just say Die Hard 3, but none of the diehards had to be made after that.
Die Hard 3 plus.
Die Hard 3 plus. Die Hard, Die Another Day, Die Harder, whatever the hell they were after 2. No.
A hard day to die.
Hard. I'm hard on the day I die.
Live Free or Die Hard.
Yeah, Live Free or Die Hard. Awful.
Who's hard in a car?
Who's hard and dying? Who's dying to be hard?
Were they all on Christmas?
I think
No, they weren't. They weren't.
I think
If
this-
they were, they would have all been
Yeah.
infinitely better. I can tell you that much. If they were all Christmas movies, they'd all be infinitely better.
that is true.
Yeah, no doubt.
Probably. My next pick, probably going to be a controversial pick, but I'm going to say The Hangover.
You're
The
talking about the
first one?
sequels.
The first one was the last one they should have made. They should not have made the second or the third one.
Oh,
I
wait,
see what
can
mean.
you?
I
You got to
see.
specify that, big fella. Put 2+ or something because
Oh.
the first Hangover was
Well,
it was unbelievable.
It was perfect.
It was
They
amazing.
ruined it. And then after The Hangover, I'm kind of stuck because I want to pick this one, but I'm going to go with basically Terminator 3 plus.
God damn it, dude. Great pick.
That's absolutely a great pick.
That was my literal next pick.
That was part of Nick's.
Isn't there like 17 of them now, and they're just all
Fuck,
terrible?
dude, that's a great pick, Eric. That was my literal next pick.
I like the one with Christian Bale, but everyone gives it
Genesis?
Salvation
Salvation was good because it took a new take on the story.
for sure, and it didn't like try to be the other ones.
Right.
But because so many bad ones came out after it, it's just like At World's End, right? Like it becomes hard to defend Salvation.
Right. Well, Salvation was good because they were just like, hey, you guys screwed with the timeline so much that this could happen. They took the X-Men approach.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought it was dope. And then at the end, they were like, "Oh, it's," and then it's a fire movie. I thought, well, maybe fire is.
Yeah.
is
It
a
was
bit
decent.
It was
decent.
good. It was good. It was good.
I have forced the 3 gentlemen on this podcast with me and our sister podcast, Revenge of the Pod, to listen to this take every single time I make it. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker should never have been made. They were on such a great track of Star Wars movies that were exploring different parts of the Star Wars universe. Don't give me 4, 5, 6 again. I don't want it. I don't care.
It wasn't even 4, 5, 6 again. It was part 4. What the fuck was 5? And then 6. Like, way to try to say 5, but fuck, that sucked.
I'll tell you how I watch these movies. I fell asleep during Rise of Skywalker, which is 7, right? I fell asleep during 7, woke up in the Han Solo death scene and was like, okay, walked out of the theater. 8, walked out of the theater. 9, didn't even watch.
Yeah, you were smart to not watch 9. I'll give you that. You know what's funny is like the Star Wars fan in me tried so hard to defend those movies. Like there was cool stuff. There was like, yes, there's cool stuff, but it was awful. They were awful. They ruined it. It was awful.
It's why I'm not watching Acolyte right now, dude. I know because I know I'm just gonna be angry at it. So instead, I rewatched episode 3 and made Katie sit through the greatest lightsaber duel of the Star Wars franchise.
The Kenobi versus Vader rematch was pretty fire too.
That was good.
You're right. You're right. It is the best one. Dude, I want to watch just that lightsaber battle.
That's all you need to watch.
So
I was like, watch this. I was like, this is the greatest duel. You just don't understand what's happening here.
Somebody online did that duel, but in the Clone Wars animation style.
Oh, did they?
I sent it to the groups, but I send so many YouTube videos I know nobody watches.
Dude, I'm gonna go back and look for that. Send that again.
All right, I have to send it again because it was a long time ago. I have to
you don't understand. He just killed the younglings. He killed all the younglings.
So it's my pick next, right?
Yes.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Yes, I knew it had to be on this list.
It couldn't not make this list. You know what I mean? Like, it was. You cast Pedro Pascal, and he couldn't even save the movie. And that's Hollywood's token Hispanic.
Yeah, brutal movie.
Brutal, absolutely terrible.
Is that that's the one where they bring back Chris Pine, but he's not Chris Pine, right?
He's like a fading Chris Pine. Yeah,
it is him, but his time is limited or whatever. Right?
His time is
limited. It's bad, dude. It's bad.
There's a reason to
I don't think I watched that either. I think I said I watched the first Wonder Woman. It was good. Moving on.
Dude, Pedro Pascal played an awesome character in the comics. He played Maxwell Lord. And in the comics, Wonder Woman snaps his neck and gets kicked off the Justice League because she didn't see any other way to stop him from winning.
Damn.
So she snaps his neck. And I was like, and Pedro Pascal played like a weird, like, I just couldn't even wrap my head around it. I was like, damn, I know. I tried not to be like, oh, in the comics, but that one was like, come on, guys. You have source material. But all right, Nevada, what are your next two?
Man, I got a lot here, but I think I'll go with Zoolander 2.
Oh, thank God that's on my list. So now I don't have to pick it.
That was just
I've seen entirely.
Just leave it at the OG one. We don't need that second one. That was painful.
The first one was so good too.
Yeah.
I saw exactly 15 minutes of part 2 in Nevada and said, I've seen enough.
That came out recently, didn't it?
Last 5 years or so.
Yeah, again. Loved the first one. Don't need to see the second one. Because I think it's exactly what you said with Pirates of the Caribbean 3 at World's End, Jermaine. I saw 4 and 5, and it ruined 3 for me. It made me think 3 is a lesser movie. So why would I watch these movies and then have the original one degraded?
Yeah, that's what happened with Boondock Saints, man. So I get it. I get it.
Nevada back to back.
Yeah, my final pick. This one kind of has me divided, but I'm gonna go with Anchorman 2. I thought it was like 2 different movies. It was decent until I don't know, like halfway when he starts to go blind, and then it just fell off the rails.
Yep. It got to, in my opinion, Anchorman 2 got to like the fight scene that made the first one iconic.
Yeah.
And then it was like Harrison Ford turned into a werewolf, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. It just went sideways way too far.
I don't remember that. I might have to watch it again. That sounds hysterical.
Dude, the first half of Anchorman 2 is pretty funny. Can I change I want to change my name. I don't like being Jack Lame.
So my stance is like, it's a fantastic pick. It definitely falls within this category, but there's way worse movies that should be here over that Anchorman 2 film.
Oof.
Well, those are my 5.
Anchorman 2 is pretty bad though, so I'm not like it's unsatisfactory, but I love how Nevada's were all comedies. Well, Speed 2 is a comedy to me.
What idiots are out in the middle of the ocean on a boat?
And so I'm fucking really, really torn because I have fire choices still left. I'm gonna go with one that I know nobody will pick, and then hopefully someone will pick the other ones. I'm gonna go with I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah. I mean, you could say that about a lot of horror movies.
For sure. But the first I Know What You Did Last Summer was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And when they came, I was like, they're making another one. And I went and watching, me and my brother were like, keep in mind we were young. We were still easily entertained. So, oh boy. So Nick is next, but he's having technical difficulties. So we're just going to go ahead and hopefully, Eric, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. My final pick, I'm going to go Rocky 5.
Is that the one with the epic speech to his son?
What he won an Oscar for?
Tommy Gunn speech.
Yeah.
I don't think is Tommy Gunn his son.
Wait, what's the Tommy Gun speech?
No, Rocky 5 is from 1990.
Oh, okay.
Rocky Balboa is the knock you down 9 times, you get up and you keep fighting.
Rocky 5. yeah. Sage Stallone.
Rocky Balboa is not great, but yeah, Rocky 5 is with where he's training a young fighter named Tommy Gunn, and it's not good. It's not a great show at all. No, not great.
I didn't see that one coming, but it belongs on this list. That's a fair choice. Like all of these movies have been great choices.
With my last one, I have like 32 here, so I'm just gonna go with. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Everything after Tokyo Drift was trash.
I think that's fair.
After Tokyo Drift?
Yeah, Tokyo Drift was cool, bro. Don't front.
That's not the issue he has.
Yeah, that's not the issue I have at all.
You like 4?
I like all the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I'm with Nick.
Yeah, dude, suspend disbelief. Enjoy cars jumping between buildings. Like
the best part about Fast and Furious is I go in every single time. It's like, how are they going to outdo themselves this time?
Well, I feel like a Roman emperor when I walk in. I'm like, wow, me.
Well, they've taken cars to space. They've
raced submarines.
Amazing.
They drove down the dam while it was blowing up. They let a ball through the middle of Rome.
They jumped building to building in Dubai.
In Dubai with a car that they've only made like 9 of in the world. Amazing.
Dude.
Amazing.
It belongs on this list, Eric. I'm not saying that it's a bad choice.
I know what you're saying because I go to the theater.
Dude, I get hyped when it comes out.
If Fast and the Furious 37 comes out, my 84-year-old ass will be there watching those movies.
I get hyped when they come out, dude. I will watch them. But
next thing they got to do is just teleport a car. And that's it.
You know what? I think it's very it's very eager of you to think that it's only going to take them 50 years to make 26 more Fast and Furious. I think they're turning them out a lot quicker than that.
So Fast and the Furious for sure belongs on this list. I get why people give it shit, but I have never not been entertained by those films. Yeah. And I'm always excited to go see them. But again, it's like just like with Anchorman 2, like they belong on this list. So I'll allow it because they started by stealing stereos and now
it was an undercover cop for a racing fucking group of racers who were like steal. Oh my god!
Now they saved the world.
To be honest, Eric, I think of Fast and Furious and Fast and Furious 2 and Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift as completely separate movies from the current Fast and Furious canon.
Might as well be.
Yeah.
Die, come back, die again, come back again.
As soon as Paul Walker died, that ended the series for me. On to a new one.
Then they CGI'd his brother's face in for that depressing ass.
It was just such a sad scene, dude.
Stupid ass Wiz Khalifa comes blaring through the audio.
Are you saying it's stupid because it makes you cry?
A little bit. It's what I've been listening to all day because of Friends.
Any honorable? That's good. That's good. Any honorable mentions, boys?
Couple honorable mentions for me. Any Jaws after the original?
Facts.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The shark had a personal vendetta with his family. Like what?
Yeah. Although Jaws 2 gave us one of the best lines just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. I'm going to say Iron Man 2. Although,
Iron Man 3 is the worst.
Right, but Iron Man 2 didn't need to be made either.
Bro, Mickey Rourke killed it in that movie.
Oh, I don't know about that. Godfather Part 3 didn't need
For
to be made.
sure.
It's the best one.
And it's not the best one. It's not the best one in your you can quit rating movies. Movies never matters if you think 3 is the best Godfather. And I'm not even saying Godfather is that amazing of a movie that everybody likes to think it is. It's a great movie, but 3 is not the best one.
I know, dude. I was being facetious.
And then my final honorable mention, Coming to America.
Yeah, that was on my list too.
I've never seen that one.
It's probably it's up there with Blade Runner 2049.
It's gonna give me the Boondock Saints 2 treatment, isn't it? It's gonna ruin the
worse than Blade Runner 2049.
2049 is awful.
It's the worst movie ever made. I keep saying this. Nobody's listening. Real quick for my honorable mentions, that the second Independence Day, we already saved.
Oh yeah.
Anything after Men in Black 2, trash. Rush Hour 3, trash. Donnie Darko 2, why? Anything after the Predator, the original Predator, trash. And then lastly,
hold on, AVP.
Home Alone.
AVP was fire.
AVP is fire.
But that's 2 franchises mixing, so it's its own thing. So we'll let that.
Predators? Slide. You didn't like Predators?
Which one's that one? The one with the little
direct
indigenous chick?
Brody.
No.
You didn't like that. Predators was a good movie.
I think I don't know if he's seen it.
Maybe 2 when he was in the jungle and he put that shit all over himself.
What about Prey?
Isn't Prey a movie about lions?
No, dude. The one that
you're thinking of Secondhand Lions.
You're thinking about the Idris Elba movie, and I don't think it's called that. No, Prey is the one that came out on Hulu.
It was all right. Didn't need to be made.
Dude, it was outstanding.
Didn't need to be made.
The Native American chick versus the Predator was
one predator
fire.
could come down to Earth and fuck everybody.
No chance.
Go
dude.
invisible.
2 words.
Sleeper hole. We know.
Yes. No chance. Nevada, you got an honorable mentions list?
Yeah, this is probably gonna be a little controversial, but everything after John Wick 2.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
I agree. I will watch John Wick just like Fast and the Furious, but I'll give
it.
Every John Wick movie should start with a dog die. If not, there's no point to the movie. It's just pointless violence.
He just keeps getting new dogs.
Yeah, he just dies dogs, and then somebody comes and fucks with it, and then we have to do it all over again.
Just different dogs.
Ice Cream Man drives over it. John Wick goes on a rampage.
Start shooting up ice cream
down
trucks.
The ice cream industry.
It's John Wick's vendetta versus Big Ice Cream.
Guess you're up next, Briars.
Blows up the Bluebell offices.
He goes after Ben and Jerry's, dude. He kills Ben and Jerry.
Where's Jerry? I heard he was around here.
Oh boy. Any other ones? That one got me, Nevada. Any other fire choices?
I was gonna say Lion King 2, but I think people would have given me grief for it.
Dude, the Lion King 2 is good.
Jermaine, didn't you say one pre-show?
Yeah, I have it on my list. I was just letting everyone else go first. So I'm going with the 4th Matrix.
Very, very, that should be number 1. Actually, fuck Blade.
Even the 3rd one is trash.
I like the 3rd one, but I'm not going to sit here and fight anyone if they dislike the 3rd one.
The first one was really the only great one. The rest all had major flaws.
But then again, you might be right, Jermaine. The 4th one might be the reason I think the 3rd one is
no, the 3rd one's trash, dude.
The 3rd one, I did not think it's trash. I think I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is, but
it's a good end of the trilogy. It's an end of the trilogy.
There can only be one, and that should have been Highlander's original stance. There should be no sequels.
Yeah.
We've talked about that at just exhaustively.
Dude, because the first Highlander is so fucking awesome.
Dude, I want a TV show about it.
They did make a TV show.
A modern one, like HBO.
They're making a remake
No.
of Highlander.
No, Nevada. Why are you just bringing bad news?
I'm just reporting the facts.
Well, we don't want you to. Highlander did have a TV show in 1992 to 1998.
Ooh, 6 seasons. That's syndication, baby.
That's syndication. I heard it's actually pretty good. I never watched it, but it has 7.2 on IMDb. And then I got Blair Witch 2 because the first one was fucking ridiculous. That I don't know why they made a second one. And then obviously I got to bring up one of my all-time favorite movies, and Titanic 2.
Titanic 2 is just Titanic 2 just doesn't make sense.
It just makes no sense that they made that movie.
Titanic 2. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Cold in the middle of the Atlantic.
It's an iceberg pun.
They should have waited to make that for those idiots that went down in that mini sub to try to find. That should be Titanic 2.
Bro, you know that's going to be a movie.
Starring Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey.
And Zach Galifianakis.
Whoa. Why are you throwing Jim Carrey under the bus like that?
Because he makes shitty movies, so he might as well be in this one.
Oh, my God. I will not stand for that Canadian slander.
He's made like 3 good movies. Cable Guy.
The Cable Guy is the good movie.
It's not even a top 3 movie for Jim Carrey.
It's his best film he's ever made.
Oh.
No, actually, the Eternal. What is it? The Spotless Mind.
The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That one, phenomenal.
Bruce Almighty.
Trash.
Bruce Almighty's fantastic, bro. Yes, Man. Fire. Liar, Liar.
Decent.
Liar, Liar is my favorite Jim
Dumb
Carrey
and Dumber. Movie. The Mask. Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura 2.
I just don't like that animated style of comedy that he does with his face and shit. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, you also don't like Will Smith.
Yeah. So it just seems like good movies aren't your thing.
And you don't like Blade Runner 2049, so what do you know?
Yeah, what do you know, dude?
Chill, bro. 2049 is trash.
I want to mention Dune 2. They shouldn't have even made one.
Oh, there you go. Now we're talking, Eric. I'm on board now. I watched Dune 2 the other month or something. Boring.
Let's just take all Denis Villeneuve movies and just.
It took me 4 days to get through Dune 2.
Did it really, Nevada? Did you hate?
I was so bored.
Oh wow! I thought Dune 2 was better than the first Dune.
I thought Dune 2 was good too.
I thought Dune 2 was fire, Nick. Shit, we got bad taste, bro.
I'm sitting here being like, wow, I love how the symbology from the first one came back into the second one.
Nope, fuck us.
Nope.
The symbology of being a dry ass movie.
Kingdom of the is that a desert pun?
It did work out that way, yeah.
Wait. Henry Cavill will be the Highlander?
For real?
Oh, I'm in. If it's Henry Cavill, I'm in. You got me. Dude.
Yes,
I'll watch anything.
That's what was reported a couple weeks ago.
Dude, Nevada, why'd you just drop that in chat and not tell us with your mouth?
Because we had moved on.
Oh, dude.
All right. The lists are as follows. Did we already read back the list, Eric? No. Nevada had Dumb and Dumber 2, Speed 2, Son of the Mask, Zoolander 2, and Anchorman 2. He hates number 2. I had Shrek 5, Space Jam: A New Legacy, Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day, Wonder Woman 1984, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Nick had Indiana Jones, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Pirates of the Caribbean 4 and Beyond, Die Hard 3 and Beyond, Star Wars 7, 8, and 9, The Rise of Skywalker trilogy, Rocky 5, and Eric had the worst movie ever made, Blade Runner 2049, Gladiator 2, The Hangover 2 and Beyond, Terminator 3 and Beyond, Fast and the Furious 4 and Beyond. So, I don't know how I feel about that Fast and Furious one, dude.
Yeah, that's a wrong choice.
Maybe.
Because every time it comes out, Eric's like, "We're gonna go see it, dude."
I'll give them my money, but entertain me, and they do entertain me, just pretty badly.
Oh, boys. All right, so Argentina and Spain won as of today, are in the final for Copa and Euro. Who do you guys think makes it and who wins it all? Or is it just Argentina and Spain win? Sorry.
I mean, Uruguay has proven to be Argentina's weakness in Copa, so maybe history repeats itself in the year where history is repeating itself. I don't see anybody beating Spain.
They got to get through Colombia first, which is a tall task. Spain, I think the Euro is theirs to give away. They beat France today 2-1 with 3 of their best players down. They play with absolutely zero fear. They have the biggest balls on the field every time they play. They could be down 1 and they'll get even more aggressive. It's beautiful to watch. Like, they could be up 5 and they're still aggressive. Like, this coach, please go coach Chelsea.
They weren't aggressive in the second half, brother.
They were not, because I think they knew they were playing with fire, but also
they didn't have a shot on goal. The last shot that they had was in the 40th minute, and it was the 76th minute or something when they took their next shot.
Well, they look the Netherlands is not built to beat this team, and the English can't get out of their own way with that coach, so it's Spain's to lose. In my opinion, obviously, but
I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Nevada, thoughts?
I'm going to be a contrarian because I want to make some money. I'm going to go with the Dutch.
The Dutch.
Surprise people. Finally put that boring ass team England to sleep so we don't have to hear that shit victory song anymore. Get a new song.
God.
Nevada hates that song so much.
It's funny because they play that or they play the one by Oasis. What's it called? Don't Look Back in Anger. I don't understand why they play that when it.
I thought you were gonna say Wonderwall.
No.
Dude, he's ready to fight, dude. Netherlands currently sits at plus 550 Nevada. If you want to put that bet in.
Ooh.
Would you like that for head to head?
I might have to. Well, I don't know.
Well,
that means I gotta go 2-0 just to hit a bet.
Oh, you got to hit 2.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
First,
yeah.
They gotta beat
I've been there, brother.
Money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
All right, we're not gonna pressure him.
Well, we'll talk at 3:30 my time tomorrow.
If they score first tomorrow, he's gonna hammer the plus 550 bet slip.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else you want to bring up before I wrap this up?
No. Suppression.
Usually people answer questions, boys.
No, I do not.
Oh my God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking another day, an hour of your time to listen to us. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Podcast Room303. I've been your host, Jermaine Colon Mendez. This is my co-host, Nicholas Moorhan. As always, we have with us the EPE and Nutty Putty. Always remember, the next day will always be brighter. We'll see you next time when you come on down and step into the room.